Hey, my name is Wayne, and I pick up hitchhikers.
I'm just an old country boy. I just want to go back home.
This is 100% real. It's not scripted.
You know, people look at us like we're disgusting, but we're not. We're just taking the hand we're dealt and we're living, we're dealing with it.
You don't get closer to reality than this. We pick up these guys from the side of the road, on on-ramps, wherever we see them. In exchange for a ride, we get a story.
Been on and off the road for about 5 years now, but I've been bouncing around the country since I can remember.
But truth be told, every single time we pull over, we take a risk.
There's a sign that said, "Do not pick up hitchhikers, correctional facility nearby."
We risk our car, our equipment, our money, ultimately our lives, just to give these guys an opportunity. This is their stories. You're watching Hitchhikers.
Aubrey Allen Writings. Origin, St. Louis, Missouri. Destination, Longview, Texas. 654 miles, 213 walking hours.
Alan, my name's Wayne. What's your name?
Aubrey Allen Writings.
Nice to meet you.
Yep.
And where are you going?
Texas. Longview, Texas.
What happened in St. Louis that made you hit the road?
I don't like the people.
You don't like the people
Well,
there?
the area I was in, but yeah, it wasn't good.
Yeah, it depends on where you live.
I'm just an old country boy. I just want to go back home.
Do you have any kids?
Nope. No kids that I know of. Nobody's calling me daddy.
Are you married?
Nope. I was. I don't know if I'm divorced or not because I never filed for divorce, so it's been over 15 years ago. I ain't gonna put all the blame on her. I was she was she had OCD and bipolar and something else, and I was a drunk. So there you go.
So where all have you been? Have you traveled much?
I've been from California all along the coast, all the way to New York and back twice. I don't know, every time I leave home, I always find myself wanting to come back home. All my family's there and everything, so I'm thinking maybe I'll just settle down and just stay home.
Do you have any stories to tell?
The people I lived with in St. Louis, it was a crack house. It was an experience, never a dull moment. Sleep with your stuff under your pillow. They'll rob you blind. People in and out of the house all hours of the night, day. People kicking in the door because somebody owed them money. It's another reason I'm going home. And it didn't matter where I went in St. Louis. I mean, the drugs are just everywhere. It don't matter what street you're on or what. It's someone walking through the store, somewhere you want some girl or boy. Girls crack cocaine, boys heroin. No, I don't do either one of them. I did for a little while, but it just ain't my thing. I smoke weed. No, I'll smoke weed until the day I die, probably. But that's me. I don't see anything wrong with weed. And one girl, she had to get well before she could get high. In other words, she had to do heroin in the morning to keep herself from getting sick. And after she'd done that, then she could smoke crack all day. And then at night, she'd have to take another hit of heroin to keep her from getting sick, and she'd be able to go to sleep. It's a messed up world.
So what's the most interesting thing you've ever done?
I guess the thing I'm most proud of is being able to walk from coast to coast.
You did that?
Yeah, twice.
Well, you hitchhiked the way?
Yeah. I mean, I got rides, but for most of it, I walked. Met a lot of good people, met a lot of bad people. Met a lot of weird people, strange people, bizarre people. Or you get a ride with somebody and all you want to do is preach Jesus to you. I'm a believer in everything, but don't shove it down my throat. You know.
Right.
If I want to talk, I'll talk. Well, I was raised Southern Baptist, so I've heard it all my life. I walked away from church. I walked away from the Bible. I walked away from God. Guess what? I found Him. When I told my family, the preacher, to shut up so I can hear God talking to me, that's when I found Him. Because all you're doing is they're reading the Bible to you, and they're preaching to you, preaching to you, preaching to you, but you can't hear what He's telling you. But there are some really good people out there. There is.
What's some of the things good people have done for you?
Took me in their home, fed me, gave me money when I left. They didn't know me. Just seen me walking down the highway. But yeah, they took me to their home, got cleaned up, sat down at the table, ate with them. In the morning, I'd put my backpack on my back, started out the door, and they holler at me to come here. He put some money in my hands. It was a good job. But I've seen some people that as soon as you look at them, you want to turn around and run the other direction. Just because they just got that look. It just ain't right.
You do a lot of thinking when you're hitchhiking, when you're walking on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot.
When I hitchhiked, all I did was just think. And that was it. Think and stew over whatever problem I had that was put me on the side of the road.
Yeah. Well, you do a lot of thinking, and you make pretty good judgment calls on where your life is going.
Right.
I think. Past 12 years, I'm still walking down the highway, so maybe I ain't thinking right. But I don't regret none of it. The people I've met, the places I've stayed, the things I've seen, it's worth it. To me, it is. To somebody else, they think you're crazy or whatever. It's my life. Yeah, this is weird.
Man, I need some sunglasses. Awesome. You're handy. Anything else you want to say?
I appreciate the ride, appreciate the conversation, and hey y'all.
Whole trunk on natives pull up, right? Now comes the winter, all of a sudden the pistols pointing at me, right?
Ernesto Garcia. Origin, Kansas City, Missouri. Destination, Memphis, Tennessee. 571 miles, 187 walking hours.
When did you leave Cuba and come here?
I left Cuba in 1977. I go from Panama. I make jail in Panama. He say que me hippie. He put me 17 years in the jail porque me hippie.
You did 17 years.
The government Cuban put me in the jail porque me hippie. He going for the court, he put me 17 years of my life. Come on.
Just because you're a hippie.
Porque sé que me hippie. Porque I like American music.
Did you have court for being a hippie, or did they just throw you in jail?
Yeah.
Did you have court?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, he put me 17 years.
17 years
Yeah,
for being a hippie, for listening to American music and having long hair.
I understand for one journey de marijuana in Cuba, it's 40 years in the jail.
For marijuana?
Yeah, for one journey.
For one...
Journey. For one cigarette.
Okay, for one joint. You get 40 years in jail.
See, the
40 years.
Yeah, 40. 40 years.
That's pretty crazy.
Nice. What else is playing?
How many people are in jail in Cuba?
That's what I'm saying. The government in Cuba don't like it that because that kind of people is lazy people. No matter what kind of people you are, see what are you doing? Supposed to you pay your taxes, you pay your insurance, you pay whatever, you pay whatever you want.
Right.
In Cuba, no. In Cuba, only here. Go away, man, Fidel Castro.
Are you ever gonna go back to Cuba? Ever?
I no can do that.
You can't?
I'm refugee political.
So you're gonna stay here in America?
Yeah, this is my country, the life.
Pigpen. Origin, Festus, Missouri. Destination, Texas. 834 miles, 274 walking hours.
So, my name's Wayne. What's your name?
My name's Big Ben.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, bro.
So, tell us about yourself. Where are you coming from? Where are you going to?
Oh, I'm from Sioux City, Iowa, and I'm going wherever my feet take me, pretty much. I used to work and all that, but I got sick of the stress. I was get ready to freak out. I always just walk out the door, no clothes on my back, and go.
Yeah.
Yep. Sometimes I didn't turn back for like one time it was like 6 years, one time it was like 4, and then another time it was 3. And this last one was 8. And I've been doing this since I was 16, so I'm
Wow.
40. I'm 40 now, so
Well, I'm only 27. I've hitchhiked.
it's fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoy it myself. Plus, you meet a lot of good people. You know, it makes you feel. It makes you know that the world really ain't that bad. You know. You know, people look at us like we're disgusting, but we're not. We're just taking the hand we're dealt, and we're living. You know, we're dealing with it. That's what separates us from other people. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's how I feel about it. People are who they are. You know.
Where all have you been?
Pretty much every state in the United States except Alaska and New York.
New York? Why not New York?
Because it's too busy for me.
Any
Yeah.
good stories?
Oh, let's see. I don't know if they're good for TV. I was on my way to Carson City. I ended up in Reno, Nevada. I got picked up by these natives. You know, I heard the stories, and the natives around here, they see white boys walking down the road. You know, they'll pull over, beat their ass. You know, jump them, and all. Well, anyway, these whole truckload of natives pull up, right? Down comes the window, all of a sudden, there's pistols pointing at me, right? I about myself. They pull the trigger, it's water gun, right?
Oh, man.
I pissed my
What?
pants. You know, I'm like, yeah, I might.
I'd come out swinging after
Oh,
that.
dude, I was mad. Oh, man, dude, I about had a heart attack. They're all laughing. Well, they pick me up. They drop me right off in Reno, Nevada, right? Right in downtown Reno. Well,
Yeah, I would say, you know, that the hitchhikers themselves are in more danger than the people who pick them up.
Yep.
Mostly,
You're right.
usually.
Oh, you're right.
you
You're right.
know?
Yeah, there's a few loose birds, you know, out there, but when you're a tramp, you can pretty much fit into any environment, you know, except the richy rich. But you don't worry about that because you're out there popping cardboard. You know, they're helping you anyway. You know.
Yeah.
I had some that he did, man. That's crazy. I've been woken up by wild animals. I made the mistake of wrapping myself up in a piece of plastic one night. About 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, something big standing over top of me. I could feel breathing on the plastic on the back of my neck. There wasn't no teeth or nothing. It rolled me from side to side. And like an idiot, I rolled myself. You know, it was like 6 foot long. You know, I rolled myself up like a big old burrito. So I can't move. I'm like, oh, here we go. I'm just waiting for him to chomp down. You know.
Yeah.
You think I learned the first time?
What was it?
It was a moose.
A moose.
Yeah.
Where were you at?
I was in Yellowstone.
Yellowstone National Park.
Yep. Yeah, but you know, there's bears there and everything else. You don't know what it is. You know, and that's happened to me like 3 times.
You ever been woke up by people?
Oh yeah, shotguns.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Coming back from Echo, Nevada, this dude picked me up. He's going to Ohio. He's like, yeah, I'll give you a ride. I jump in the car. This dude's got more crystal than I've seen in a long time since I've been back home. You know.
Yeah.
Like so, we're riding. We've been up for like a day and a half, and we just smoking the hell out of it. Well, we decided we're gonna go find some wood, so we pull off in this right around Colorado. There, we pull off in this gravel road, pack, throw the tent up, go to sleep. Next thing you know, we go boom, boom, boom. These fucking farmers blasting off shots, telling us if we don't get the hell out of there, we got 10 minutes to get out of there. He's gonna blow a hole in our. Yeah, so the dude went from he's gonna give me a ride all the way where I was going because he was pretty much passing by in Omaha, Nebraska, to where I gotta get out of here because his front end's all on his car. He all noted out of me and just dropped me. Man, what? You know?
So do you have any family around here?
Oh no, nope. She's me. All my family's in Iowa.
You go visit?
I haven't seen my family in about 9 years right now. I talk to them all the time, but you know, and all the people I meet on the ramps, at least once I've been, you know, since I met them, they've helped me, I've helped them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. People are good. That's one reason I do what I do. I enjoy people.
tell you the story of a man who died. Not a far cry from being satisfied. In his last days, you can see the look in his eyes, the screaming, why, God, why can't I get another try?
Olas Ross. Origin, Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Destination, Hammond, Louisiana. 1,110 miles, 363 walking hours.
So, what's your name, man?
My name is Olas Ross.
So, where are you coming from? Where are you going to?
Been on and off the road for about 5 years now, but I've been bouncing around the country since I can remember. So, I'd rather let random opportunity and the road make my decisions rather than sit around and try to afford a house and try to, make car payments and go to a job that I don't like or don't want to do.
I bet you have lots of interesting stories.
I was told about a thing called Vipassana. It was a 10-day silent meditation retreat. I was planning on hitchhiking up there, and I'm talking to a buddy by the river one day, and I'm telling him all about it and what I'm going to do for the summer and how I'm going to use that as kind of a detox / make my headspace clean and go with proper intention. And he's just kind of smiling and nodding. And it's like, yeah, that's really cool. I'm going to serve that course.
Oh, wow.
So that sweet synchronicity sort of happened. He gave me a ride up there. 10 days of silent meditation. There's over 100 people there, but you can't communicate with them. And it wasn't easy by any means, but it was definitely exactly what I needed. It was reaffirming in every direction. And on the last day, everyone could talk. And so through this, one of the things that really stuck out to me was how everyone was equal within their silence. You couldn't project anything on anyone else. You couldn't claim status or how much money you make or what you do for a living or anything like that. So everyone was equal within this. And by the end of it, when we could all talk, everyone just kind of became best friends because, we went through this on our own, but we were together in this. And I've never laughed so much in my life sober. I swear it. Oh, it was such a good day. There was a student meeting about, various stuff, what they got out of it, and then rideshare came up. Who can give a ride, who to wherever. And I kind of just threw it out there. I didn't really care where I went. I just wanted out of Texas. And as soon as I said that, a girl pops up. It's just like, I'm driving to Boulder, Colorado tomorrow. Deal. I'm in. Ride with her up to Boulder. Had a blast. When we got into Boulder, I wound up buying her dinner, and she let me crash at her place for the night, and then I was set free in Boulder. And so I hung out in Boulder for a while. I'm walking along the side of the highway, and there's a sign that said, "Do not pick up hitchhikers, correctional facility nearby." And I don't know what came over me, but I felt like being just a smart ass and just stood right next to it. And
Put your thumb out?
And thumbed
Oh,
it.
man, I would love to have a picture of that.
I got picked up within 20 minutes.
Wow.
This lifestyle isn't for everyone. I don't recommend it for everyone. It can be really tough. You give up a lot of creature comforts for, I guess, the sense of freedom.
I've noticed that you use the word freedom in a much different way than I do. Your sense of freedom is a more spiritual freedom.
Yeah.
Whereas when I think of the word freedom, I'm thinking more in a political aspect of freedom.
But, there's the quote that, religion's for people who are afraid to go to hell. Spirituality's for people who've already been there.
Would you be up for playing a song on your guitar?
Sure, I can play a song.
story of a man who died. In a far cry from being satisfied. In his last days, you can see the look in his eyes, the screaming, why, God, why can't I get another try? Though his glory was a sad facade, in his last moments, kept an eye out for God. But when it didn't show, you know it felt as a fraud, but can't you get where you're going when you're already gone? So I try so hard, the fast track to know where I be, so far gone and understand why you were there. Why not just try to live a better life? And why find no God in anyone else's version? Why fight for so long for a cause that only gets worse, man? Why not just try to live a better life? Now here's a story of me, myself, and I. Not much to live for, but I'm ready to die. Quietly admiring those that aren't stuck on why. Patiently awaiting a good reason to try. Well, truth be told, I never bought into God. Personified narcissist with a benevolent facade. All is through man, and man, we know how they're flawed. Just look inside your own mind if you want to be an awe. So try so hard on the fast track to know where I be. So far gone, better understand why you were there. Why not just try to live a better life? Why not just try to live a better life?